Is four per people are there at the moment.
How many?
4 persons.
Okay, so we will wait for one
Wait
or
for
two
yes.
minutes.
You can type in chat box. No, welcome and
Hmm.
there is 20 people joining. Join already.
We'll wait till 8:05 and then we will start.
Yes, yes. You can. Able to see my screen.
Yes.
There is banner.
Yeah, banner I can see. Can it not be full screen? Yeah, better. Yes. So we will start. So, hello everyone. Good evening. I am Shikha Singh, volunteering as Vice President Professional Development at PMI Mumbai chapter. I am BE in Production Engineering from Mumbai University and PMP certified. Professionally, I am working at LRQA Inspection Services India LLP at Mumbai and over 18 plus years of experience in operations of inspection services and right now handling global projects. So, I welcome everyone for today's pit stop session. So, a brief introduction about pit stop session I want to give. So, PM Pit Stop provides a platform where subject matter experts and project manager from many industries share their experiences and demonstrate the usage of various tools and techniques in the real world. So, today this session is will be there will be a session on the topic manufacturing RCC buildings as a product, which is BaaP, so buildings as a product, and our speaker is Mr. SG Vijay, who is a founder and chairman at Salmon Leaf Ventures and HOM Mission India. So, a brief introduction I want to give is Mr. S.J. Vijay has been at work for 4 decades. First decade was with the State Bank of India. In the second decade, he was involved in establishing ICICI Bank, IndusInd Bank, and was the country head of Centurion Bank, which is now a part of HDFC Bank. His third decade of work was in infrastructure policy and projects and in developing special economic zones, airports, seaports, etc. In the last 10 plus years, as the chairman of Salmon Leaf Ventures and HOM Mission India, he has led the manufacturing of RCC buildings on site and on demand with patented 3D monolithic modular precast technology across the states of India. With modularized mobile microfactories, they manufacture and erect real estate projects of any size anywhere. So India's first building manufacturer partner BMP for real estate developers is here for you. So I am sharing his LinkedIn profile in the chat box. You can send him the connection request. And so, Mr. Vijay, I welcome you. You can now proceed with the session.
Thank you, Shika. Good evening, everybody. And I don't know how many of you are from the real estate or EPC companies or in infrastructure or building, be it the infrastructure, be it building, be it industrial structures. Even if you are not from the building sector, I hope you would find manufacturing of buildings as a product of relevance, and maybe there is some takeaways which can be applied into any other project, be it a manufacturing project or be it a design project or an engineering project. I hope to get some takeaways from the time you invest in this. And with that, I think we can jump straight into the presentation if it is okay, Smita and Sunil. Smita, can we go ahead with the presentation?
Yeah, Sunil, please share the presentation PPT file.
I hope it is visible to all of you. So, as I change the slide, I would just bring to your attention. I've gone to the next slide. So, if you're not able to see those slides, please, let us know by way of a chat box or whatever other means possible, and we will stop without going further. Sunil, can we get onto the slideshow full screen, please? Yeah, there we go. So, like I said, my name is Vijay, and I am part of this company called Home Mission India. Those of you, if you are able to see the tiny font underneath that, it just says two words. It says above all. Essentially, we believe someday we should be able to manufacture all types of abodes and ensure the people or the activities or anything else that happens on earth will have an abode which is manufactured, intelligent, etc., which you will see as we go forward in the process. When we started this in the country, way in India, way back in 19, uh, you know, not 19, we were doing this in the country in India from 2010 onwards. 2010, it was only effort and study and comparison and research as to what kind of a manufacturing technology would work for Indian market. Those of you who are from the construction industry will immediately know if we talk about manufacturing buildings, we only have three options as of today. In 2010, we had only two options. The two options then was either what is called by a term called prefabrication of buildings or precasting of buildings. The difference between prefabrication and precasting is in precasting you use concrete. In prefabrication, you use metal or timber or any other type of a material. These words are used interchangeably in some markets. Even precast is referred to as prefabricated, you know. But we differentiate by saying if it is concrete, it is precasting, otherwise it is prefabrication. So we went back and checked if India is urbanizing and India needs to accommodate about 1.4 billion people, what is the way that we can ensure the creation of the buildings and the built environment can be done faster, better, and if possible, stronger. This was the research we did. We have another company called the Salmon Lead, which is consulting, and we zeroed in not prefabrication, but on precasting. In precasting, those of you, if you are familiar with the precast industry, you can precast a room as 4 columns, 4 beams, wall panels, roof panels, multiple pieces. Bring them together, join them, structurally connect them, and create one room. So that is what is called as a two-dimensional or segmental precast. Infrastructure people keep doing. In fact, Shrikant and I were discussing just now how in Mumbai all the metros and the flyovers, everything is manufactured as segments and joined together rapidly. So we are manufacturing the infrastructure as precast elements. The difference between that and when we come to manufacturing the building is in infrastructure space, it has to carry the load and perform for 3, 4, 5, whatever number of decades the design life has prescribed. But when we come to buildings, it is not really a load-bearing structure. It is not too much of a load, but has to give you the space to live within. And can we make the space not just dump space? Can we make it smart spaces? That is what we, as India's first building manufacturers, are trying to do since 2010. We actually started manufacturing the building as a product, RCC, reinforced cement concrete buildings as a product, in 2015 in India. It's about 10 years. So, what is this story of somebody or some company coming in and starting to manufacture? Today, it is known as India's first OEM. What is OBM? We all know about OEM. Nobody really manufactured buildings. Hence, there could not have been an original building manufacturer. We all know original equipment manufacturer. As the industry is changing, we are now having the OBM, original building manufacturer. We happen to be the first one. Okay, so if we are manufacturing, what are the products that we offer currently in India? Essentially, 3 products. First one is long name, as you can see on the screen. It says Ready Manufactured Building Modules, or MBM. 4 words and 4-letter abbreviation. In very, very simple layman terms, it is nothing but ready manufactured room. The whole room is manufactured in one single board with all the 4 walls and the roof slab, including your electrical conduits. All of that is put in before the concrete is poured. So you have a ready manufactured room. We call it ready manufactured building module. That's product type 1. Now, sometimes, like Vikar, our friend said, the developers come to us and say, "Sir, I don't want this room. I want the whole building." It could be multi-story building, it could be residential, it could be office, it could be a police station, it could be a radar building, whatever be the type of building. Then they place an order. We design, engineer, manufacture, erect, do the MEP, and also finishing, fittings, everything with a lock and key. So that is the second category of building called ready manufactured building, in short, or MP. Now this is all great, but I am setting up a new project. Most of you are involved in projects. Setting up a new project, I immediately need maybe a security booth, maybe a toilet complex, maybe a site office. Can you manufacture my security block, all four walls, plus the roof, plus the floor, plus the plinth beam kind of a foundation, doors, windows, air conditioners, wiring for whatever computers I need to put in. All of that has to be there. I will only plug in the power. If water is required, I'll connect water inlet outlet. Can you deliver ready to use building? That is our third. So this is what we manufacture building. These are the buildings as a product we manufacture, and all three have been in market. We have been offering it. And how do we do that? How do we manufacture? We use, I don't know, we can call it a technology. It's a methodology. It is called a three-dimensional, which means the whole room, monolithic, in one single core, as a single monolithic piece, we take out three-dimensional monolithic modular precast. Modular essentially any building you give us, we look at the column grid and take it out as like Lego blocks. Each one is a module, and how do we manufacture them as module and assemble? So I am sure all of you, all those who are in manufacturing are very familiar. Design for manufacturing and assembly, PFMA. It was not used by the construction industry. Now we do use. Many countries, Australia, Hong Kong, Singapore, now India, and quite a bit of an effort in other countries as well to adopt DFMA for manufacturing building. That's one activity we took. So technology is called the three-dimensional monolithic modular precast. And what does it deliver to the customer? It delivers the buildings as fast as they want. And we will see how are we doing that, how have we modularized the manufacturing facility itself. If we had registered, we got right up and said mobile micro factory is what we use. So we can deliver buildings as fast as the client wants. Because it is machine made, all those human errors, etc., are eliminated. You get a better building. As some of you who are from the civil engineering would have noticed from the picture, the reinforcement is not just at the column and beam and slab. It is there all over, even in the wall. And the heat of the reinforcement board is like woven like a mat. And that's what gives it additional strength in seismic activity, etc. So customer gets faster project, better and stronger buildings, and all this in Indian context. You cannot charge a premium. If you charge a premium, construction industry is L1, the lowest cost will win. So we needed to bring all this without charging a premium. And the story, that is the summary, and let's jump into the story of what is it that we have done and what does it do as far as the project management is concerned. How does it change the game of project management? Sunil sir, you can go to the next slide, please. So, whatever I have told you, is only the level 3 and level 4, as you can see on the screen. The construction industry has been evolving from using the raw building material, mixing them at site, making the walls and adding the roof, etc., until about Second World War time, or until the invention and the usage of the reinforced cement concrete That's what people were doing. Even when the cement concrete came, it's still doing the site mix and doing it with a manual manner with available labor. Then came, historically, the Second World War, things being broken by each other, enemy, etc. It made it compulsory that it has to be precast or manufactured. So it triggered in European countries, particularly countries like Finland became, leaders in precasting. You can make multiple wall panels, column beams, join them together. We call it segmental or 2D precast. Now, whatever I had told you in the first slide itself is level 3 and level 4. That is exactly what we do as home mission in India. We call it home mission. The mission is to make a home available not only for people, for activities, for industries, airports, whatever. You'll see whatever we have done. So this is just a quick snapshot of where the industry has begun and the construction technology where it has come in, how we are doing. Sunil sir, next is a video. If we run that for a minute, maybe that will give a picture of how the buildings are. Yeah. So as you can see in the picture, this machine which manufactures the building can go to the site. That's the big machine. Push a remote control button, all the 4 doors open. You lower the reinforcement gauge and put all the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, conduits, and wall boxes, whatever has to be in the room, including a fan hook if it is required. Check against the drawing, put all of them, push the button, close the machine, open the concrete. When you open the concrete, as the concrete starts falling, the machine starts vibrate, and then overnight it cures the concrete to give it a strength of 12 to 14 here by morning. We check in the morning, the tube is sufficiently strong, push the button, open the machine, hook the crane, take out the hook. Every day, each machine gives out the hook. That's computer animation just to tell you how it works. This is the actual picture of the reinforcement, of the conduiting wall boxes, and we normally use a M40 grade concrete so that it comes as fair face class A finish, no need of plastering, ready to paint stay. That's how we get. This is the actual board. What you're seeing on the screen is the actual board. Next day morning, we hook the crane and take out the rope. On the left hand side, you can see if you need a larger space, we can keep one side of the module open, join 2 of them together to get the double the length. So we have applied these things. Now, this that is manufacturing, this is about erection. How quickly can you erect a CC building? 10 modules, roughly 3,500 square feet in total, about 5 hours, some minutes. This is a video clip of how it was done in Australia. This includes the structural connection. This is India's first building, 5-story, 20 apartment, 33 days. This is a large conference hall, one machine. This was done for the new Goa airport. So this is a quick 1 minute snapshot of how it is done. Obviously, I'll be very happy to welcome any of you to come to any of our sites, be it in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Bangalore. Right now, I'm talking to you from our site in an university where a hostel building for 428 students is currently being manufactured. We just are doing the foundation. The manufacturing of the hostel building is about to begin. If any of you are in and around this area, you can message me or Shika or Sunil or BMI. Sorry. So you're welcome to come and see it. In fact, we are intending to do a management development program and course on how we have designed, engineered, manufacturing the building, erecting, fitting, finishing, that we can talk later. This is what is currently happening. So we can go on to the next slide, Sunil, please. Next one. Yeah. So, all this sounds great, but the fact of the matter is it may have been in use in other parts of the world since 1997. Singapore made this technology mandatory in 2011. All this is fine. But in any country, when you bring a new way of, creating a space, it obviously has to comply with the National Building Code. It has to be studied for the local geoclimatic conditions and the seismic forces. So that took, in 2016, we did the first building. It took us about 3 more years. Government of India set up a committee which involved PWD, Central Public Works Department, Indian Institute of Technologies, Central Building Research Institute. That committee said it is the same steel, same concrete, but I need to check the structural connections to ensure it is safe. So what you see on the slide on top is the entity which led all this effort and approved this for use in all types of buildings, manufacturing all types of buildings and all heights of buildings in all seismic zones up to seismic zone 4. This is in the public domain. I've added in the presentation. You can take a look at the circular issued by government of India. Okay, that is great, but as a project manager or as a client, question is, in a house or in a building, there are rooms of multiple sizes. So do we need to have so many machines with the different sizes that have to come to the site and occupying so much space, costing so much of investment, or can one machine be so versatile? It can deliver different lengths of room, different heights of room, different wall thicknesses, different door window opening, all that from single machine. The good news is, yes, this technology and this machine which manufactures is over the years evolved into, as you can see on the slide, you want a full room, yes. You want from the same machine, you want only a lesser length, half length, or you don't want any of the walls. You want column, beam, and slab. Can you, with one tweak during the day, can you change the machine to deliver any of this? Yes, it is being done. That's when I said, please come over, take a look how it is being manufactured, how it is being erected. Just to give you a feel, we have put some of the images on the left-hand side screen. A single kiosk, a retail kiosk, kept on in fuel pumps for the truck drivers to collect their water, whatever grocery they need to buy. One mold, one machine, one day's manufacturing is what you see as a kiosk. And it comes with the floor plate and gets on a trailer wherever it needs to go. It goes, use the crane, lift it, place it, connect the power, and the shop is on. Whether it is a one single room or the next picture is the building we manufactured for a multinational client. I'm sure some of you have heard Mediterranean Shipping Corporation. Their office in Navi Mumbai, their office of their subsidiaries. This is an office building, open plan office. Each floor plate is 20,000 square foot, manufactured, erected. You're welcome to go and see this building at whatever time you are. And the one below that is a residential building done for Tata Housing in 2016 in Mumbai in a place called Boysen, a little away from Mumbai. So, and from one machine, if you can see below, like a Lego block, You can have a single room house or a 2-bedroom house or a 3-bedroom house. Same machine can give you different sizes and shapes. And that's the versatility of this way of manufacturing the building product. That's how home machine delivers any type of building, anywhere. We will go into the micro factory, how we modularize the factory also. Next one, Sunil, please. Yeah. So, we already are about 30 minutes. I'm going to now start rushing. So here are, on the left-hand side of the screen is the different types of construction broadly. When you go to do, building the building, you do with column, beam, and the block work, or like we said, the segmental precast, or the third category is you put form work, aluminum form work, and put the reinforcement and pour concrete, let it cure, then remove the form work, take it to the next level, keep repeating. Yeah, this is called cost in situ. Compared to all these three, it's like this in cell phone 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. This, whatever being manufactured with 3D monolithic modular precast, is the most advanced. Doesn't even require plastering, no possibility of leakage and seepage. So, let's next slide, please. So the question is, what small rooms you can manufacture? How do you manufacture a large or a conference room? You can see this is a 1,716 square foot single conference hall. Those of you who have a sharp eye would have already noticed. If you put that picture in picture, these were manufactured as standalone modules, all from one machine. Yeah, 6 days of production. It, as you can see in the picture, it comes with the wall boxes. Later, we draw the wire. 6 boxes manufactured over 6 days from one machine, joined together. That is your conference room sitting in front of you. Next one, Suresh, please. So, obviously, the question is, what all this is fantastic. But if you say, I'm going to manufacture this in your place, in your site, how much space is required? For manufacturing 300 square foot, one machine, plus steel processing, plus holding 2 days production. For all of this, if you see the left-hand box, we need 20 meter by 20 meter of space. That is why we call it a micro factory. In a 60 feet by 60 feet space, there is a building manufacturing factory sits in your place and manufactures whatever you need. But you say, I need every day 1,000 square foot to be done. Then you can see there are, 4 of them sit there with a gantry crane. All of this is mobile. These molds come on the back of a trailer, come to your site, do the factory, get back to the trailer and get away. That is why we call it mobile micro factories. So now let's go. So this was India's first building, I told you, for Tata Housing near Mumbai in a place called Boisar. This is a 5-story building, 20 apartments. As you can see, 33 days. This was done in 2016. This is what was the trigger for doing all the subsequent projects you will see. Next one, Sunil, please. So this is the drawing the Tata people, Tata Housing people gave us. We had to make the mold machine as per the drawing, manufacture at site with the 2 machines in 33 days. The lower left picture is how it was 33 days from the time we started manufacturing. The picture, lower right picture, is how the building looks as of February 2024. First coat of paint, no leakages, no seepages because it's a 3D monolithic precast. Next, Sunil. So that was residential. Like I said, we can manufacture different types of building. This is a institutional building where people are being trained. So this whole complex you see is inside the new Goa International Airport. This complex is called the Aviation Skill Development Center. The whole complex you see is a total 40 days of training. The next slide, Sunil. So this is another view of the same building. Those of you who are architects or engineers would like to, celebrate this thing. The central building which you see is 30 days production. On the left-hand side, that building cafeteria is a 3 days production. And, you see that porch module in the central building that also came from the same machine. We just blocked the concrete, didn't let the walls be poured in. So that's the versatility which we are talking about. And we were very lucky. Honorable Prime Minister came and inaugurated this because he thought it was a breakthrough. In his own style, he said, children across the world play with Lego blocks. In my country, now we manufacture buildings as a product, Lego block by Lego block, and assemble that we want. That was his way of conveying it to the country. Next slide, please. So this was me during the COVID period, coming and sitting there with the mask and all that, inaugurating the building. And that was the drawing they gave. Whatever type of rooms you see in the drawing, whether it's the fourth module, reception, to small offices, principal's room, the conference room which you saw in the earlier slide, the library, the electrical room, the toilets, the classroom, all of this was manufactured with one machine outside in 30 days. Yeah. That is the kind of speed we are talking about. Now you can see the quality. If you are going to Goa anytime, please, it is inside the airport itself. Please take a minute and just walk through, because this was delivered, occupied in 21, and it has been used since that time. So, Sunil, let's go next. So this is the cafeteria building. Like I said, 3 days. The drawing is there. How 3 modules plus an extension of the roof, because in Goa it is mandatory. You have to have slope proof. That was added. In addition to that, more time, more than the 3 days of work. So, Sunil, next one, please. So this is another type of building. We talked about residential building. We talked about institutional building. This is an office building. This was for Goa Police. Again, inside the airport. If you land in the new Goa International Airport, when you drive out, you would see this building on the left. And, what is hanging there from the crane is a 300 square foot home. So this was again 38 days of manufacturing. So let's go. So, as you can see, this building was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Goa. And his question was, this lockup cells and jails and all are there, but why is it looking like a hotel, 5-star hotel? So the reply from one of our engineers was, sir, machine doesn't know. It just makes the same thing again and again. And police station also can't look like that. That was a kind of a testament for us as far as the fit and finish and quality is concerned. Sunil, let's go. So, why not offer these kind of homes, ready manufactured buildings as a product to individuals also, not in Mumbai, of course, because in Mumbai nobody can afford to own a plot of land. Elsewhere in the country, we have now released this for individuals who can. There is an app. We have a strategic alliance with Ultratech. If you type capital UTEC, UTech, you will see that app, Android and iOS everywhere. Get in, just put your plot, Google coordinates. Within 48 hours, 2 days, you will get a plan which is as per the local regulation, which you can fill. We want a 3D plan, you have to wait you 1 more day. 2D plan 2 days, 3D plan 3 days. And if you want to go with the VR files, they give you the VR file. You check details of what color paint, what tile, blah, blah, and sign off. Then you come to the place where we are manufacturing, be there. If your house is 2,400 square foot villa, we take about 4 to 8 days. If I put 2 machines, 4 days. If it's only one machine, 8 days. In 8 days, you can see your villa being manufactured in front of your eyes, and you can check what steel, what material. Like Shika was saying, she engages the inspectors to go inspect the product. We are saying inspect the process itself, inspect the material, be there and sign off. And that is what comes to your site and gets installed in front of you. So you have 100% transparency and visibility. So this is being offered right now only in Bangalore. It is expected to go to different locations. Ultratech has got about 400 locations where they are manufacturing the ready-mix concrete. So the ready manufactured building is the logical next step from ready-mix concrete. So RMC to RMB is what we call. Sunil, next one, please. We are already at 41 minutes. So this is the next one, open floor plan office. We wanted to give you a view. How did we make it into open plan office? If you noticed, none of these modules have walls. By the same machine which manufactured the Goa building is the one which got onto a trailer, came to Navi Mumbai, and sat there, manufactured this building, erected, and that you can see the offices inside how they look. You're welcome to go and see those places. These are details of how the plan was given, how we manufactured, which are the points, the columns sit, etc. And so the next one, please. Yeah. Then came the Indian Air Force. They wanted a building. Of course, we can't show that building. We only give you. This is in Bangalore. This was 35 days of production. Let's go forward faster. So the next one, please. Yeah. So this is a very, very interesting challenge they threw at us, saying, sir, Malaysia can happen, Singapore can happen, Australia can happen. Look at those countries, look at the road condition, look at the material quality, blah, blah, blah. All that can happen. So, but in India, with Indian roads, etc., etc., I don't think we can manufacture building as a product and take it on a trailer to different locations. So instead of arguing and explaining, we decided when we were doing the Goa airport, we said we'll manufacture a bungalow of about 1,800 square foot, put these modules on trailers, drive it through the Western Ghat roads, come to the national highway, bring it to Bangalore, put it through the structural engineering test and erect it into Bangalore. And that it is a stupid thing to do as far as the transportation cost is concerned, but we had to prove a point that Indian roads are not too bad. India is not too far behind. What is done elsewhere can be done here too. So this is an interesting, expensive exercise just to prove a point we had to do. This bungalow is in Bangalore. Any of you guys want to see, we can coordinate with the owner. And next one, please, Sunil. So, then came ITC to us, sir, we have a new project coming up in this place. Can you manufacture washrooms? Now, till this time, we only had the walls and the roof and the floor, which were all M40 grade. So, no challenge. The strength was there, it was done, tested, proven. This time, I had to put the wash basin, ceramic items, wall tiles, and put this ready to use room. Only plug in the power and water and outlet. This had to be manufactured in Navi Mumbai, sent all the way to a place called Sehore. Sehore, they call it, near Bhopal, 700 kilometers. You can see it standing on the trailer. The lower corner picture is that. So we delivered, then they asked for more from Navi Mumbai to Chandigarh. It went, of course, they picked up the transportation cost because they were in a hurry, they were willing to pay for it. So this became a new product line for us. Sunil, next, please. So then came Air Force challenging us, saying, for our army people and all that, can you make a one-bedroom hall kitchen, fully fitted out? You manufacture in your yard, bring it to my training headquarters in Bangalore. In front of our officers, you have to do the fitting and finishing and air conditioner. All this, our chief of Air Force will come on this date. So 96 hours was the time. This is what, in fact, the left side, the picture you see, is actually mounted, sitting on a trailer. We have hidden the trailer with those banners. So it is sitting on the trailer and goes from place to place. This is a studio house, one bedroom hall kitchen. Take it where you want to go. So that mode. That's what got us the earlier project I showed you, Indian Air Force project. So next, please. So then came the engineers here with the thrilled. Then came the request to manufacture a radar building. The footprint of the building is 500 square foot. The height of the building is 8 stories. To be 14 days, as per the standards of Airport Authority. Sorry, next one, please. Sorry, next one, please. So this is all kiosks, which we already talked about how we manufacture. Next one, sorry. Sunil, next, please. So we have won, these awards and all that after 10 years. We were rated the best company in construction as well as project management category. 400 companies competed. We won, our building won awards. All this is now kind of history. Next one, sir. So this is the circular issued by Government of India I was talking to you about. It is in public domain. If you type 3D monolithic modular precast, home made in India, Ultratech, any of this, you would get this with all the details of what is the approval, what is the study that was done, and how the schedule of rates have been issued by Government of India, how it has put this as a preferred technology for some of the categories of projects, including giving incentives from Government of India. All that is in public domain, and we take a look at it. And then let's move to the next one. We are already at 48 minutes. So I very casually spoke about what all has been done. All this has been done thanks to not just the technology, not our efforts alone. People like IIT Madras have been the one who ensured that whatever is available elsewhere in other parts of the world can be brought to India, made it workable for different climatic and seismic zones of India, and a lot of support from Ultratech. Right now, in the project we are doing, even the reinforcement we are using is not the usual long rod, bring, straighten, cut, bend, tie, none of that. The entire reinforcement is provided to us as a welded mesh. We just lift different 5 mats covering 5 sites, put it together, stitch it, cage is ready. So that is from Tata Steel. Each of these people have been helping, pushing us to deliver buildings as a product in the country. So next one, Sumit. So yes, after about 10, 11, 12 years of effort, today we say we can deliver your building on order. People keep on imagining and telling us, oh, you can start listing it on Amazon and I can order. But that is a little far-fetched. But it is coming there. And I did not talk about how we are saying any type of building, anywhere, any size we can do, because the molds now or disassemble, put on trailers into goals. So this micro factory has become mobile. Hence, as long as a truck can go somewhere, we can manufacture buildings as a product in those places. That is why we keep hoping and praying, like India, which was short of food, later became the food factory of the world. Like India, which was acutely short of medicine, today, today has become the pharma factory of the world. Someday, first by catering to our own demand for buildings and manufacturing them almost in each district of India, someday maybe we will become the buildings factory of the world. That is the hope and prayer with which things are being pushed, be it government, be it the building material manufacturers, be it the institutions like IIT, and we are happy to get the support of all of them. Today, we do have a pipeline of projects totaling to about 2.5 crore square foot various stages. It has taken 15 years, but the response from the market has been inspiring. So we're very, very thrilled to do this and share all this with you. Shika, over to you.
Thank you, Vijay sir. I think this is the end of the session.
Yes, if there are questions, I have the standard frequently asked questions slides
Yes,
available.
we have four questions, so I'll just read one by one.
Please.
First is from Umair Wagan. He's asking, our levels are derived from BIM levels?
I don't know. I need some more explanation. BIM level. Oh, okay, I got it. What he's talking about is building information modeling, whatever levels I am mentioning is connected with the BIM level. No, 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 no. This is purely a construction technology term, not the BIM term at all. Sorry. No.
Okay. Second question is from Amit Auti. He is asking, how is communication management done in this case?
Okay. So communication management, what we have figured out is normally construction industry works on a sequential one after another basis. The most common word you will hear in traditional construction is charni. So ये होगा तो मैं आऊंगा. Next step करने के लिए. But what we did, because we shifted from manual to manufacturing, we shifted from fragmented to integrated monolithic. We also removed that sequential activity at one go. The whole route should be poured at one go with all the service lines installed, which means there is a very strong need for coordination right from beginning to do the design for manufacturing and assembly involving the architect, involving the structural engineer, involving the ABP consultant, involving the finishing details. All this has to be done upfront. So we now have gone on to a collaborative platform where all the entities come in. We have started using BIM, uh, for infrastructure projects, for airport projects. The value BIM adds is been nominal. But for a building project, we haven't reached that level of sophistication as yet. But we are hoping, as manufacturers of the building, the BIM becomes an imperative, must have something. So communication, we do by putting all of it on a collaborative platform so that it becomes visible. Like, today we had two meetings on the project, one with the guy who is going to supply the reinforcement cages as a ready-made product, another one with the architect, another one with the structural engineer. In all these meetings, all of them were there. So that is how, you know, he is right. Communication is a key or a critical success factor when we shift from manual to manufacturing. Thank you for that. That's a damn good one.
Next question is from Srinivas Raghu. He is asking any reference for control requirement for EHV switch yard with gas insulation substation utility provided like NTPC Power Grid or Adani Energy or Tata Power. So is any reference for control equipment?
Um, no, you know, most of them are specialized to technical utility related buildings. They do not come with a normal, repeatable standard, and they don't have the scale. Hence, we do work with them. I was fortunate to have been on the board of Adani from 2006 to 2016 to 2019. But we don't manufacture those types of buildings. But for the airport, leaving the terminal building, all other ancillary buildings which are standardized, like we are manufacturing the radar buildings now, those buildings we do manufacture and give the references. If you're looking at the airport building, references are Goa International Airport, Bangalore International Airport. In one case, it is the police station plus the training center. In another case, it is the surface monitoring radar building. That five-story, 500 square foot, seven-story tall building. One is manufactured, second is being manufactured. You guys go to Bangalore, or if somebody is in Bangalore, we can take you to the manufacturing yard. Maybe you can go see the radar building also, the airport.
Okay. Next question is from Deepak Shah. He is asking, can you justify the transport cost?
No, we can't. That is why we don't encourage manufacturing the buildings somewhere and transporting. Ideally, it's a wrong thing to do. Ideally, the factory should go to the site. That is why we made the factory into micro factory. That is why we worked on just with 60 by 60 square foot area. We should be able to manufacture, correct? But if it's the individual house, within 10, 20 kilometer radius of the RMC plant, we put a machine in the RMC plant, 10, 20 kilometer radius, we can deliver. There, the transportation cost is justified, not long distances, unless, for example, I'm sure the people will know, there is a company in Gujarat, Japanese collaboration company, which precasts the infrastructure element. Those precast elements go all the way from Ahmedabad as far as Rajouri, Indo-Pakistan border. Their economics works, you know, with weather condition, etc., the criticality. If one they carry too many people into the border area, hence they are willing to pay the transportation. It's a very, very use and context specific one, not as a normal one.
Okay, so next question is from Jay Shankar Pandey. He is asking what is percent cost saving compared to traditional building method?
No cost saving at all. You save time. You get a machine made quality, and you get, you know, almost zero maintenance. You don't even put plaster. So no puffing, no leakage, no maintenance issues. That's what you get. No cost saving. Because yes, you would have observed, Mr. Jaishankar, this uses M40 grade concrete. Normally in buildings they don't use that. We use a high grade concrete so that we don't need the plaster. The finishing comes as fair face both inside and outside and ready to paint, maybe a putty. And reinforcement is there at every square foot. It's almost like a bank wall. And with that amount of steel, that grade of concrete, the price is the same. So no premium, nor is it lesser.
Okay. Next question is from Rohit Karve. He is asking what will be the cost compared to in situ construction, ballpark figure per square feet.
Yeah, Rohit, I don't want to compare it with cost in situ because, as you know, Rohit, the cost in situ cost varies from place to place, and we can't have a really a reference benchmark. But I can share with you what did it cost data housing to do the first project, the superstructure. I'm just stepping back. The foundation cost will be same whether it is cost in situ or whether it is conventional. Any type of construction, convention cost remains the same. We incur the same cost. So that's common. Finishing cost is after specifications of the material that remains same. The only variation is in the superstructure cost. Whereas in 2016, when we did the demo building for Tata Housing, it cost us 980 rupees, 980 per square foot of built-up area for the superstructure, not including the foundation, not including the finishing. Today, 2016 to 2025, 9 years later, we are able to do in Bangalore at 1,150 to 1,200 rupees, depending upon the height of the building and wall thickness, etc. In Bombay, it is going to 1,250, 1,300 because the aggregate cost is higher here and the cost of other things are higher. So that gets accounted. And in Karjat, where we are now manufacturing a 400 student hostel. This is a 7-story structure. We are able to do this project in Karjat, which is the remote area, not even Karjat, 27 kilometers away from Karjat in the hill. There we are able to do at 1,200 rupees a square foot, 7-story superstructure only. The rest of it is common, same as. I hope that answers Rohit. If there is anything more, please.
Yeah, there are some 3 4 questions. So one more question is from same person, Rohit Karve. Can we use the technology for high-rise building construction?
Oh, wonderful. Rohit, thank you for that. There is a slide which we didn't go into that as of 2017, the tallest building manufactured with 3D monolithic modular brick was 41 story. Now, as of 2025, it is 56 story. If you type on the internet, Clement, 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 Canopy, Canopy, Singapore, you will see all the details of how it was designed. It was not manufactured in Singapore, it was manufactured in Malaysia. Every night, a certain number of rooms will come. The 40 to 41 story building, the whole story of how it was done, details of manufacturing, structural connection, even the detail of what kind of a crane and what kind of a lifting apparatus, all those details are there. You would possibly enjoy it like a story.
Okay, so next is Sagar Jotani. He is asking what are the major challenges that are issued?
Challenges, Sagar, 2016, availability of the crane itself was a challenge. Today, thanks to whatever infrastructure and the windmill project, crane has become available easily. The next challenge was the taxation related construction. If you do anywhere else and bring, it attracted excise duty. Even RMC went through the challenge, you know. And thanks to the GST coming in, and all those variations have gone. Whatever you do, it is same tax you pay. So that fiscal related challenge is out of the thing. And in 2016, 17, 18, we had a problem about even a precast accessory, a connector, a coupler had to be imported and it was expensive. Today, thanks to Make in India, All those couplers are being made in India and exported to the parent because of the cost advantage. So accessories has become available. The vendor ecosystem has matured. Even today, we do have certain challenges remaining. Those are there is no precast code from the National Building Code. We are extending or going by the advisory committee report. There's a lot of saving that can be done when we manufacture a building. We don't really need a 200 big wall when you're using a M40 grade concrete, right? So those things are now being looked at. It's still a challenge. That is why most of the time we have to go to IIT, let them do the study, vet it, then go forward. The code was available. Anybody can do it without going back to IIT for every single detail. So those are the challenges that is there. Of course, market challenge in the market side when the labor was available. Why would anybody invest or try new technology? Today, the same people. If I talk happily about the pipeline built up in in the recent past when the labor shortage came in, labor was not available. People expected better quality, faster delivery, radar coming in. So it's still not a smooth road. There are hiccups still there, but it's much, much better compared to the earlier.
Okay, next question is from Anujay Pandya. He's asking such construction can be used as temporary construction sites. So, what is costing savings in comparison of rental cabin and and cement building?
Sorry, repeat that because I'm not
Yeah,
getting.
such construction can be used at temporary construction sites. So, what is costing savings in comparison of rental cabin and cement building?
Mm, I I can tell you what it will cost you if you take this one. It will cost you for a 300 square foot cabin, one-time cost of about 3 lakhs. What it costs. And I don't know how much is the rental cabin, what is the other thing you are using. The difference between if you're talking about portable metal cabin, or a container to be bought and refurbished. Obviously, porta cabins are metal and walls are not concrete. You can't use the walls for hanging and storing and whatever. And the height is here we get a 3 meter height, and you get a width of 3.5 meters. It is movable, but these are the advantages. You can unload a porta cabin with the Hydra. To unload this from the trailer, one Hydra will not be enough. You need to have two Hydras, and the rest of it is same. So I don't know. Economically, this is a different category of product. It will last for 30 years. Even when we transport, it still those are the advantages. I don't know what is the price for porta. So whatever
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
I think we are in your case it is it is always a permanent building, it is not temporary. So it is not like okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's well
So
said. That's very good.
next question is from Arun Kumar. He's asking normally the life of the high rise commercial building would be designed for 50 years. What would be the durability of the structure?
It's the same. It is the same RCC, same design life, because we are not changing the material. If we change the material, then the life changes. The only difference is the method in which you make the building. That is all. That the structural connections, all that have been detailed out. So it's the same design life as in any RCC.
And this is the last question from the same person, Mr. Arun Kumar. Is the ready manufactured building free from vibrations and leakages as more connections are required at crucial junctions? So this question is for a high rise building.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. I don't know. This started uh, as a segmental breakdown. where there were too many joints and too many pieces, they had the issues of between the pieces, there could be leakages, there could be seepages. That is the reason it went from 2D, 3 to 3D monolithic to avoid the leakage seepage issue. Also, when you are making the whole room as one piece and connecting them together, the stability, the number of connections is much, much lesser because the whole room is one piece. And the stability of the structure is far greater because every reinforcement is cross woven with each other. That's one. The structural connection details are there in the presentation. We kept it in the frequently asked question section. If they can share it with you, you can go through the details of what can be done if it is only a 5-story building in seismic zone to 3. You can do a welded connection like you do in steel building. 2, if you are having a taller building, can it be a ground connection with the ground tubes like we lap the rods and interconnector? That connection is also studied in a group. There can be a hybrid of welded and uh, grounded connection, as they did for the radar building tower. It's a very brilliant one. You said vibration. This radar building has a radar on its head, continuously moving, and that itself creates vibration. It has gone through all the tests, then only they have used. So, to answer your question, that is the best proof that it takes the vibration, it stays there for the design life of, like you said, years. That is why now AAI, Airport Authority of India, is putting this as the standard for different use. That's a good one. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Vijay sir, for the answering all the questions. And one, I think, just the last moment, we got one more question from Rohan Gupta. He's asking, can RCC buildings be created at petrol pumps?
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I don't know whether I can mention the name of the client. This is two of them. One is the public sector uh, oil marketing company. Another one is the private sector. They both also one gas retailing. They all three of them are, giving their fuel pump outlet whatever structures they we need, and the design is wrong. In case of the public sector oil marketing companies, we already manufactured and given. The private guys have come. So the country-wide operation they have. So they're standardizing and saying, manufacture this, put it on a trailer, and send it to the pump. In the pump, there should not be any on-site work, no welding, no connections, and all that. It will be just placed ready to go. They mostly ask for the ready-to-use buildings.
So that was the last question. So thank you, Vijay sir, for giving such a wonderful and knowledgeable session. There is one, if you want to take one more question, how earthquake-proof structure is ensured from Praful Puranik.
Prafulji, this is, as you would see in the circular, if you type, this technology appraisal committee set up by Government of India has gone into all the calculations. Like we do the modeling for different seismic zones, same thing is applied. And to ensure whatever is the management of forces and the moment, uh, I can share if you text me, I can share the model, structural engineering model with you. You can see the forces and calculation. Most of this is done by Dr. Ravi. We do have about 10 different structural consultants who work on this in India. The one who can give you all the detail is from IIT Madras, Dr. Shiv Ravi. This is full name. So he would share with you various models which he has done for different types of buildings. And he was the one who designed the radar building also, which was approved by us. We're happy to share that.
Okay, that's it. Thank you for the wonderful session, Vijay sir, and it was really interesting. I found it very interesting because I have seen I'm a mechanical engineer, production engineer, so I could relate what is all RCC building is BaaP is all about. So, as a token of appreciation, we would like to present a certificate of appreciation signed by our president, Mr. Jacob Zakaria. So please accept it, and that will be also mailed to you by our PMI Mumbai chapter admin staff. So that's it from from our
Thank
end,
you.
and I really would like to thank for accepting my invitation at such a short notice, and we really would like to again invite you for the wonderful sessions in the coming months on the new topics. So thank you once again, and for the people who have joined this session, PDU code has been shared in the chat box. Please note down, and you can claim 1.5 PDUs for this session. And please give your feedback on the feedback link given in the feedback form of the feedback form in the chat box. So this is that's it for today's session. So thank you all for joining, and thank you, Vijay sir, for joining again, and we will mail this certificate to you. So thanks a lot.
And thank you very much for the opportunity. I just, you know, browsed through the comments and thank you for, saying whatever you're saying. It is very, very heartwarming. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.